first step that is needed in this vitally important work so that Cinderella really can go to the ball. Thank you.
Jane Hunt. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. And can I take this opportunity to thank the member for Worcester and as the chair of the Education Select Committee and the member for Wirral West for bringing forward this very useful debate today. FE colleges have a wealth of experience in delivering learning, training and qualifications in their local communities. This includes the fantastic Loughborough College in my constituency. They also have a unique understanding of the skills gap through their relationship with businesses, industry and other local stakeholders. This means they're able to adapt the courses they offer to help skill young people as well as upskill and reskill workers to meet the needs of the local economy in real time and prepare for the challenges of tomorrow. This makes them essential to our local communities and crucial to economic growth. It is particularly the flexibility of FE colleges to tailor the skills and training made available to meet local need that is something which this country should make much more of, and do this as we have through the Skills Act. So my example at Loughborough College, for example, was not so very long ago, a business was thinking of coming to the area but needed a workforce that was skilled in a certain way. I contacted the principal of Loughborough College by email, and she came back to me within about 10 minutes, having already contacted the business and made an agreement on what they were going to be doing. And that's the kind of flexibility and deliverability that is available to the whole town of Loughborough and the local area because of what the FE College can deliver on. And as the co-chair of the APPG for T-levels, I'm also immensely proud that Loughborough College has got one of the first T-level centres built with Town Deal funding right in the very heart of the college in Loughborough, and also has an Institute of Technology that it will be building along with Loughborough College, Loughborough University, Derby College and Derby University. And the Minister very kindly came and officially opened the T-level centre and broke ground at the IOT not so very long ago. All of these things have been brought together by a phenomenal, quite phenomenal staffing team, but an equally phenomenal principal and chief executive that is Jo Mayer. And I will name her if I may, because I'd like to thank her very much. She has done an enormous amount for people in Loughborough, such a huge amount of achievement in such a short space of time. She is, in fact, moving on. But thankfully, I'm pleased to say, she's staying in Loughborough because she's going to become a Pro-Vice-Chancellor at the university in charge of sport. And you don't get much better than being in charge of sport at Loughborough University. Let's put it that way. So I think she's achieved an amazing thing. And along with all her staff and the governors and so on, have an amazingly proud moment, I think, for the town. And so we have in that college everybody from engineers, T-level engineers, health and social care, electricians, and nursery staff, to all sorts of things, people who are going to make fantastic emergency service workers, prison officers and so on. It's a wonderful draw for the whole region, in fact, to get those skills into the area. So in order for FE colleges to continue to deliver this much-needed skills education, we must ensure that they are placed on a sustainable footing by addressing the historic levels of underfunding, which has meant that despite recent uplifts, funding compares unfavourably with both universities and school funding. Given that colleges spend 67% of their income on staff, current budgets are having a detrimental effect on recruitment. Many colleges are being constrained in their abilities to provide training at the necessary level to deliver on skill shortages because they cannot offer salaries competitive enough to attract the right people who can earn far more in industry and even in schools. To reinforce this point, the Association of Colleges has informed me that teachers in schools are currently paid over £8,000 more than college lecturers on average, despite many college lecturers being more specialist and having brought real-life industry experience to their roles. This is also a concern raised with me locally. And the skills and knowledge in the private sector is often used to attract people by using salaries. This should be the same for FE colleges. Alongside additional funding in these areas, Loughborough College has highlighted to me that despite now being considered essentially public bodies by HM Treasury, colleges are not able to reclaim VAT, like the vast majority of other public bodies. I have been told that this tax currently uses up 3% of a college's income and means that the money voted for by Parliament for 16 to 19 education in a wide variety of key sectors is taxed. This is disproportionately affecting those from disadvantaged backgrounds who make up the majority of those attending college. It is also compounded by the fact that, following ONS reclassification, an immediate block on commercial borrowing was placed on colleges. This has left them stuck between a rock and a hard place, unable to receive private funding as they are considered a public body, but having to pay VAT as if they were a private entity. It is therefore important that due consideration is now given to including colleges in the VAT refund scheme. This simple change would go a long way to helping colleges provide the high-quality skills training our economy needs. Certainly would.
We've heard a lot in these debates about parity, and wouldn't she agree that as the government looks at this issue of VAT, now we have that greater flexibility to do it, we should look at parity across the education sector, whether that's early years settings, colleges, and give them the parity with schools when it comes to treatment for VAT?
Absolutely, I agree with that. Thank you very much indeed for intervening. FE colleges such as Loughborough College are our greatest asset in local communities and the best conduit for social mobility. Let us reform the sector for the future so they have the tools and the resources in place to make the difference to the lives of their students and to the businesses they go on to work in. And I want to put that in a very positive way, rather than a negative way. Absolutely, we do need to look at the money, we do need to look at the VAT, but there's such fantastic resource within FE colleges, and it's all there to be had. Let's do that and let's help them. Thank you.